It's Ron Reader Digs the Universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe. And tonight, skipping my high school class reunion. We don't even really have one, planned in the near future anytime soon. Still, I think it's really sad that I feel like I need to consider this. Here's what I'm thinking. How is the rise of American fascism affecting me personally? We've got their ever-intensifying loathing and hatred for anybody who disagrees with them, ever-intensifying gun culture. We got a rising level of political violence directed at liberals, gays, people of color. Shit, man, even cops and public officials. We got the liberal slayer Rittenhouse, elevated to celebrity hero status on the right. These are all the makings of a bloodbath slaughter orgy against the left at some undetermined point in the future, right? But my own personal life continues to be much the same as it has been for the last decade or so. No fascists screaming in my face, no brown shirts menacing me in the baby aisle at Target with AR-15s. I mean, I don't get out much, and when I do, I'm usually not spouting off on politics like I do here every Tuesday. Okay, sure, I've avoided putting a Black Lives Matter sticker on my car because I don't want my windows smashed in a parking lot. A sensible precaution, I think, here in right-wing Texas. But then that's more or less what I'm considering right now. Is it a sensible precaution for me not to go to my next high school class reunion? I went to Kingwood High School, class of '86. Kingwood is a classic white flight community on Houston's extreme northeast edge. It remains primarily white and, needless to say, primarily Republican, which is what most of my classmates grew up to be. I mean, not everybody. I know some really wonderful and very liberal people with whom I went to school, but they're not the ones I'm worried about. In the last couple of years of the Obama administration, I started noting an uptick in outrageous political rhetoric among my classmates online, seeing straight up racist comments coming from people I never dreamed back in the day would be racist. And then Trump came and the uptick became a flood. The psychotic and hateful reaction among them towards Black Lives Matter was astounding. I had one Kingwood guy a few years back. He was telling me about how Antifa, not terrorist and definitely not an organization, is a leftist terrorist organization. And what do you do with terrorists? Why, you terminate them. Indeed, I had another Kingwood guy tell me online that he was going to give me a free helicopter ride. This was freaking scary, as a reference to something Chilean right-wing dictator Augusto Pinochet did to leftists in his country during the 1970s, drop them out of helicopters. This was a death threat, plain and simple. I told him in so many words that he was threatening to kill me, but he was unfazed. All a joke. You're dying, it's funny. So this, shall we say, nefarious cadre will in all probability have representatives at our next class reunion. And from my many years of political Facebooking, they all likely know that I'm a baby-killing, wife-swapping, N-word-loving, Satan-worshipping, homo-commie terrorist. Throw in alcohol, add concealed, open, in-your-face, Texas gun-carrying culture to the mix, and I have to ask myself, will I get into a really, really, really uncomfortable situation? Will I get the shit kicked out of me? Will someone pull a gun on me? Could I end up badly injured or dead? I don't think it's simply a matter of me keeping my mouth shut about politics at this hypothetical class reunion. I mean, I can do that. I do it with the Reader family for Christmas and Thanksgiving. No, I'm afraid I might already have a target on my chest. And this is all such an enormous drag to me. I loved going to my high school. I was senior class president, for Christ's sakes. I helped organize dances and events. I addressed class assemblies. I was a prominent guy in my school, and I cherish those memories. It's also a big drag because I obviously love argumentation and debate, you know, the real thing with substance. And KHS grads are traditionally both into and good at doing that, but conservatives, they don't do that anymore. It's all just a bunch of hyper-masculine posturing without acknowledging the opposing view. My words can no longer get conservatives to listen. My words can, however, make conservatives angry. Really angry. So, I'm skipping my next class reunion, for sure. And maybe the one after that. I'm not going to go until the political climate in this country has changed drastically, and I don't think that's gonna happen for a really long time. And it's not because I hate conservatives or don't enjoy their company. Indeed, some conservatives are very dear to me. No, I'm skipping my class reunion because I have what I think is a reasonable fear for my own physical safety. This cold civil war we're enduring really sucks. I'm Ron Reader, and this has been Ron Reader Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reader, again next week for another episode of Ron Reader Digs the Universe. They all likely know that I'm a baby-killing, wife-swapping, N-word-loving, Satan-worshipping, homo-cuck commie terrorist.